What is going on, guys? I'm a dating coach here in Chicago. I used to work for the world's biggest dating company back in 2008, RSD. I'm also one of the top school performers in Coach Kyle's school group with confidence and self mastery. Anyway, by the end of this video, you're going to have a deep understanding of the difference between male psychology, female psychology, and how male psychology works and female psychology works, because there's different biological mindsets in order for you to become your most confident, charismatic, and attractive self. So without further ado, let's get started with the video and the foundation of what this actually means and how we evolved as a species. So for example, males ended up going to war, killing animals, so we're less emotionally we're more desensitized than women are in terms of harsh emotions. So female, on the other hand, they were evolved in nurturing, taking care of a child, knowing what the child needed, and being completely intuitive with what that child needed based on the emotions that it was displaying. So they're very intuitive, and there's different types of biological mindsets. Now, why does this play into the role of attraction? Because there's different roles and different polarities to maximize your attraction. So a lot of guys say women don't initiate or women don't do XYZ. So here's the thing, man. Women by nature are very submissive, and they have you be the leader because you are more dominant. You are more, you can just take more damage in terms of like you as a being, and you're also more confident. You have more. Um, there is less likely of you surviving in 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 a chaotic world compared to a woman, is what I'm saying. So in that same way, they put you ahead and follow your lead. So in the same way that women would actually show their attraction to you by submitting to you, by essentially allowing you to do whatever it is that you want to do to them instead of them wanting to do something to you. So so a big mistake that I see, including myself, man, is back when I didn't feel attractive enough, or worthy enough, or I didn't have like tons of income or whatever the case may be. I felt like the need to be loved or approved or validated. So if you have the desire of wanting this from women, you might be lacking that in your own internal being, like that theme that they say about filling your own cup first before you can give. So it's the same dynamic and the same context. So if you're not coming from a place of initiating and you leading and you doing exactly what you want to do, because at the end of the day, she has a more nurturing polarity. So if you look across like the professional fields, there's tons of women that are way more in the nursing fields, or teachers, or caregivers. So that same thing goes into play in this regard. So I see a lot of couples fight. Oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to go eat? And it's best left for the role for the guy to take action and initiative on what he specifically wants to do, because the woman takes pleasure from you being in tune with your own feeling and feeling pleasure of you doing what it is that you want to do, and her essentially feeding off of that. So why do I bring this up, and why does this matter in terms of attraction? Because if you are doing nothing and you are just going about your day and not starting in conversations or approaching or escalating and waiting for permission, and not reading the room appropriately, you're going to get left behind, and you're not going to fulfill your own desires when it comes to relationships, that being emotionally, that being sexually, that being creating a family, that being whatever it is that you specifically desire. And that's the main purpose, and the biggest difference. So believe it or not, a lot of women are extremely insecure, man. I have had it multiple times where the woman, when I don't escalate or when I don't initiate something, the woman feels bad because she wasn't attractive enough to evoke that in me. So same thing like in the animal kingdom, man. Like you see a cat, right, goes out and she just sticks her butt out and waits for the male to initiate. Energetically speaking, the woman is more on the receiving end of energy, and men are more on the giving side of energy, like overcoming, dominance. It's a very erect energy. It's a very like charging forward energy, whereas a woman is more of a receiving energy. So that way, a lot of guys that haven't understood this feel like women are gold diggers, women are like XYZ, they aren't worth anything. Um, it costs too much, things like that, without understanding the actual polarity and the psychology behind it. So it's best to ask yourself, okay, what type of woman is worth it for the type of energy and input that you want to put into a relationship? Because ultimately, you're going to be that's going to be giving and providing. So very, very traditional type of dynamics that go at play here, and those were the ones that were the most sustainable. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context and a little bit of motivation and a little bit of more leverage for you to start um, initiating whatever it is that you want to do. That being relationships, that being sex, that being love, whatever the case may be. Anyway, hopefully this was a little insightful. I have real life interactions of how I apply this on a day-to-day basis on my Instagram. You can see me actually applying this and going out and socializing on my Instagram. If you want to check that out at Premium Expression. Um, yeah, that is it. Anyway, hopefully this was insightful, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you have any questions, please leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Okay, bye-bye.